I want to now address the question of the Muslim social and the courtesan film. Pakiza was released in 1971. Pakiza took 11 years to make. Pakiza is an iconic courtesan film, a Tawaya film. Let's pay attention, listen to it carefully, and watch not just her, but how she is placed, okay? Okay, notice the dancing figures. Can you see? The ghungru, the sound of the ghungru. Thumri is very loud at the moment, okay? Okay, just a minute. Watch this. Okay, and as she gets up and begins to dance, you have Meena Kumari, Sahib Jan, placed in her context. The set is evoking the basti of the courtesans, of the Tawayas, right? And earlier, when the horse carriage, when the Ghoda Gadi entered, you could see them all dancing, and you could hear different thumris going on, different songs, right? All that is now erased because now Lata is singing the thumri, okay? And what is the implication of that? Camera moving forward. Into the Pakiza, 1971, though it's really a 60s film, okay? A Muslim social and a Tawaya film, a courtesan film. Think of Bahu Begum and Mere Mehboob, both Bahu Begum and Mere Mehboob made one in 1963, Mere Mehboob and Bahu Begum in 1967. What are the three dominant genres of the 60s, post-partition period? 50s, beginning from about the mid-50s, through till the end of the 60s. It is the courtesan film, and the figure of the courtesan, even if you don't have a film that is the courtesan film, but the figure of the courtesan, the Muslim social and the Muslim historical. Films like Taj Mahal, Noor Jahan, Mughal-e-Azam, all these films are being made at that time. Why? The question that we need to ask is why? This is post-partition India, and if the communal question was and if India is a Hindu India, as a lot of people are accused it of being. So you have a two-nation theory, Pakistan becomes Muslim, India becomes Hindu. Why is it that the film industry is making these films? Why are these films so popular? And in order for them to be hit, it's not just Muslims who are going to these films. Obviously, Hindu audiences are also responding very favorably to these genres. Now, the Muslim social and the use of the Muslim social has been, in one sense, criticized, saying that, this is a nostalgic sort of move, a nostalgia for the culture that has gone, and you want to bring it back, and, and that nostalgia is, in a way, a regressive sort of mode, which is true, of course. And one cannot deny the fact that there is a nostalgic move here, because these are films that are being made, and often they are films set in the early 20th century, some are set in the late 19th century, but 1910s, 1920s, in pre-partition India. But there could be another way of looking at it. Nostalgia, yes. But what function is nostalgia serving here? And how is, so what I'm trying to set up for you is that the relationship between Hindus and Muslims are not addressed directly. But in terms of genre, there is a proliferation of genres that are identified with Muslim culture, Islamicate forms of life, of art, the deployment of poetry, Urdu poetry, shairi, architecture, and social sort of living, and of course the tawayaf. Now in Pakiza, I mean, of course, one could have many ways of responding to the tawayaf question. But the point is that Pakiza is made very lovingly. It's a film which actually celebrates the music, the poetry, and the dance of the tawayaf. It celebrates the thumri, it celebrates the dance, and also it is quite a radical film because at the end you have a marriage with the tawayaf that actually takes place. So it's not like a film that is sort of ignoring it. This is also actually a form of celebration and a form of mourning for a culture in which the communities could be together, could live together, could be together, and could jointly appreciate. And in a way, there is a projection towards the future that this is still a shared culture. This is not an other culture. This is our culture. And therefore, there is a response to this culture which is celebratory. So responding, and it is these modes of maybe indirect modes that actually attempt to address the question of the stereotype. When that culture, so-called Muslim culture, is your own culture, it's your own language, it's your own dance form, then is it so other? Is the Muslim so different from yourself? Is perhaps, the message, or perhaps the message that is being communicated via these films. Okay, let me come. This was the moment pre-partition and right after the 70s, 60s.